America. Yeah, I know it's slick. Super 2. What's poppin', everybody? I hope y'all feeling amazing today. We got exclusive, super duper exclusive audio of Rory from Rory and Mal podcast. And he was on Twitter X Spaces and he 100% went the off. And also big shout out to Chris Season, Faison, Harriet. Glasses Malone was also in the building as well. Now, America, before we get into this, Rory said that Drake should blow the lid off of this thing with this UMG lawsuit. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This lawsuit is the most surprising thing that I've seen in music, and says that Drake could even be exposing himself to expose what's really going on. Rory sound like he about to pop a bottle. Like, you can hear it in his voice. Now, once again, big shout out to Chris Season and everybody over there. With no further ado, big shout out to Rory. Roll something up, pour something up. America, get jiggy with this.
Yeah, bro. I think he was talking about that 30%.
Yeah,
30%.
Yeah. What were you saying in that video that the other day?
I mean, despite the 30%, listen, Kendrick won, so I don't think we need to talk about this battle anymore.
Not
this is about to be the craziest thing I've ever seen in my motherfucking life.
Rory said it, yo. Chris. Niggas been wanting to get that joke off this show. Yo, Rory. As soon as he get brought up.
But jokes aside, like, I've really thought that this has been the greatest battle period, because finally,
who got the better underground tunnel?
Oh my God. Not to say that I've had like this pessimistic view of hip hop lately, but this is our last superstar battle that will ever happen, in my opinion. I can't see that ever happening again. So with that said, we're about to get the greatest hip hop business battle we've ever seen posted. I cannot
get your suits.
Good for Drake, man. I don't get if Drake looks like give me my ball back, we can't play no more type of shit. I'm so happy he's doing this. Even if it's for selfish reasons, he gonna wake it up. Listen, I have invested with artists. I put music out as well. I'm so excited. Blow the top off UMG. All this shit. I don't care if this is because of your own selfish reasons.
No, but Rory,
Michael Jackson tried to do this shit and they stopped him. Let's go for it, man. Like, I don't understand what's so crazy with me with the internet. For the last 7 years, y'all have been justifying snitching with real street. But when it comes to labels this week, snitching is against the rules now.
Oh, bro, I've never seen it in my life.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't never seen
it. For the last 7 years, I have watched, and I'm a civilian, I have watched everyone justify snitching on street. All that shit was cool. But now when it comes to snitching on the labels, we draw the line.
That's the crazy.
They're sensitive in they side. People think they side.
Hey, Rory, man,
Drake is just calling HR. That's it.
Snitch on everyone at Universal. They have been fucking us all over forever.
And that's what I was saying. I feel like most people have been complaining about Universal and just like the industry for so long. No, you're good. But like I feel like most artists have been complaining about the industry for so long. So to see niggas like not be in favor of this shit was kind of surprising to me, because I feel like most just like.
You know why I'm not in favor with it? Because if it was a different do this, it'd be like, oh,
when it had been Kendrick.
When it was Kanye, when it was
glasses, respect. By the way, always glasses. To you.
Right.
You know why people feel away, Jody.
But cool. I understand why people feel away. Who gives a though? Even if Drake has, even though if Drake is doing for selfish reasons,
not even for selfish reasons. It is for selfish reasons. We know it's Rory. If he would use his own, I would be all in. I'd be all in if he was like, y'all know what y'all did for me. Y'all made it. You cannot convince me This is a him against the industry thing. If it was, he would sacrifice himself.
He's about to sacrifice
No.
himself because he's about to prove that he's used bots before too.
If that was the case, he wouldn't be bringing up someone else's record.
Yes.
Okay, Rory, do you think he's pulling out that spade? You think he's pulling that spade out if it comes down to that?
I think the red button. I think the red button Drake was talking about this entire time.
The kamikaze.
Yo, bro, I will tell everybody we all use bots. I will sacrifice myself. It's over. I promise to show you. This is over. This is all the facade. This is
not starting now. He's still talking about someone else.
So you're saying this was God's plan?
Nah, you get tomatoes for that one.
Yeah,
put the come on. He gave
fries in the bag for that one, my nigga.
He gave everyone in Miami $20,000. Like, come on,
Rory, come on.
Yo, Rory, you gonna fall on your back or what, bro?
Glasses. What am I wrong about,
Rory? Because you know he would know how.
I respond. Yo, Chris, put the fries in the bag, bro.
Hey, fries back.
No, man, I ain't gonna lie. This lawsuit, though, that's crazy.
Hey, them fries, though.
No, I'm really waiting.
Oh, go ahead, Glasses. Go ahead.
What do you think I'm wrong about?
It's not wrong, Rory, but you know his paperwork. You know better than anybody, just like I know. His budgets would show whatever is happening. So he wouldn't need to compel anyone to do it. He can actually do it if he wanted to, if that was the goal.
Hey, y'all join the Discord.
And my thing is, if he wants to sacrifice himself for his own selfish reasons,
then why won't he sacrifice?
I'm here for it because we are all getting.
But I'm saying, Rory, why
industry? So let's do it.
But I'm saying, Rory, why won't he sacrifice himself then?
He's about to.
No, he's not. He's trying to sacrifice another record. He's saying,
he's trying to sacrifice Kendrick, but he's saying that the spade, if it doesn't work, isn't tough.
Rory know what I'm saying.
It's a petition, right? So if it ends up being a real lawsuit, at some point, if Universal actually entertains this and doesn't settle with Drake, because I do think he's in the middle of a negotiation and trying to get his money and using this as a play. If they end up going to trial, everyone's gonna have to turn over everything within this civil lawsuit.
100%.
Exactly.
So he's gonna have to sacrifice himself because he knows, like all of us knows, that Drake has used bots like everyone else.
Rory, you just said it. That's why it will not go to court.
Well, we already know that.
They know the proof is in the pudding. They're gonna settle out.
And I know none of you guys want to give Drake any credit at this moment. I think Drake is prepared to say, let me push that red button and expose myself and expose everybody else. None of this shit is real.
Everybody having gated.
Everybody having gated, including him.
I have zero belief that he would do that.
If I push this red button, everybody is having gated.
Zero belief.
Suicide mission.
Yo,
I have zero belief he would sacrifice.
And why I think he's comfortable with that is because he will actually end up being the one with the most organic streams.
Yo, that may be true.
Sure, that's not gonna happen.
That's what that streamer said on the academic.
You don't think Drake has the most
organic? The streamer that was on academic stream said that Drake doesn't use bots.
Okay, then I don't even know how.
You can't have 106 billion streams.
It's Taylor and Drake.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be honest. Like Drake, I don't understand. Like people don't understand how much work he put into this shit. Doing features for Timbaland, doing features for DJ Khaled, nigga. He put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Like he earned any cosign that was given to him was earned. I'm not gonna lie.
And he don't sleep. He dropped music more than he sleeps.
That is the reason why he's where he's at. I totally agree.
Man, I think we should all, which we don't need to say, come to the conclusion that Drake lost that battle, but I think we should encourage
the war
in this lawsuit against UMG.
Hey, Rory,
no, it's no war. It's over. It's over. Kendrick won.
What do you?
That's not a conversation anymore.
Well, Kendrick did win. The industry won
because it was this
Drake
is your fault, Rory.
Okay, Rory,
it's your fault, Rory. You
exactly.
did.
How is it my fault? It's not my fault. I've been talking about this
is your
before
fault.
Push-ups.
In the industry.
The industry did.
They did.
This is your fault.
If Kendrick was
I said
confident in his ability, he wouldn't have jumped on an album to jump all this off, would he?
That's right.
Rory, can
I
you?
don't think even
I
Rory,
Kendrick
said
thought
the
of this
day
coming.
Not
I
Like
have
Us
a
came
question
up
for Rory.
on the with the Washington Post. I said this is
Rory,
insane.
what you
The
think about that
Universal Music
291?
is eating off both of these people talking about violence and pedophilia. That's quoted in the Washington Post the day Not Like Us came out. I was like, yo, this is UMG is eating off insane right now.
Yeah. What's even crazier? Democratic National MSNBC panelists writing articles on the
Oh
beat for
god.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Chris, what
I
up,
don't
Chris?
even.
We talked about it.
Right.
We talked about it, Chris.
Yeah, we can.
I don't.
We could.
I don't want to go
Well, no,
left or right
I
on
ain't
this.
say
Rory,
nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just listening to niggas. I'm letting niggas rock.
Oh god, here we go.
Rory, how important is the part about the 30% discount that UMG gave Spotify for like all artists? How important is that?
Anytime the left or right gets brought up, I'm like,
Roy, did you hear the question?
nah, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, okay.
She was
I ain't gonna
asking
lie.
how important is the 30% that UMG the Spotify discount? How important is that to all of this? Glasses say that happens
Wait,
all the time.
wait, Rory, can you hear me? Can
Well,
niggas
no, I
hear
mean
me?
there is the
Yeah, we can hear you,
Spotify
Chris.
Discovery
That's
button.
30%.
Because some
I get
Tell
what
them,
you
Rory.
can't hear each other though.
There
That's
is
what
the
be happening.
Spotify
And it's
Discovery button
30%.
that does exist, which is 30%. But if you go through that paperwork, it's drastically different on what Kendrick was given allegedly. I really don't know if that's the case, and I'm not saying Drake wasn't given that through his entire career. My issue that I didn't fully get into in that video was you are now inflating the dollar when it comes to streaming.
Of course.
You guys are setting what a dollar is worth within this streaming world and what the music industry is, which is also illegal when it comes from DSPs and the labels that work together. That's legitimately insider trading.
Yo,
that is illegal.
but Rory, isn't that why everyone is probably turning their backs on Drake now?
You deflate the dollar when I need 100,000 streams to make $30, and you're literally diluting what that equation is by doing this with certain artists. So yeah, I want Drake to blow the fucking top off this entire thing. Even though Drake has definitely done the same things Kendrick has done, I don't give a fuck. It's now in paperwork.
Facts.
It can now go to the Supreme Court. Do you guys remember when Facebook had to go to the Supreme Court when they were selling our data?
Mm-hmm.
I think this Drake, and this is just me being, I'm usually a pessimistic person. This is me being optimistic. I think with this Drake lawsuit, we could eventually get to Spotify going to the Supreme Court and have the answer for this bullshit.
Yep.
Yo, that's what we were talking about. That's why we said this might get settled, because I don't think that they're gonna want to go that far. I don't think.
I watched Zuckerberg sit there after selling all our fucking data.
And then he was getting
I
cooked.
think Spotify needs to have their day in court too. So if this is what it takes, then fuck it. Drake could be a sore loser that said, "Give me my ball back." I don't care.
You think,
I don't care at all.
You don't think that's worth $1 billion to them?
Yeah, it's worth $1
So
billion.
you don't think if they put $1 billion in front of that man's face, you don't think he's taking that billion and going home?
I think Drake's asking for $2.
I was told they owed a nigga 800 mil, bro.
I think Drake's
And
asking
that
for
makes
$2 billion.
sense. That makes
I mean, that's a crazy ass amount of money, but that's what I was
not a
told. So I
crazy
can't
ass amount of
confirm.
money for Drake. That makes sense.
Go see what Spotify made this year.
Exactly.
And he already made what 25% of that. His deal was already paying him 25% of that. So I mean, what's
It's like
another
sports.
75%?
It's like sports.
And he just did 100 gigs to get his own data. So
if the players are making 100 mil, imagine what the owners are making. Billions.
Of course.
All right, so Rory, my question to you is this, right? With Drake, filing a petition against UMG, what do you think is his next move from here, label-wise, right? Like, do you think he was just using this as leverage and he's going to stick with UMG? Do you think he signs with a different major? Do you think he goes independent with a major distribution deal?
Oh, I have no idea the answers to that question, and that's why I've been at the edge of my seat. Because I want Spotify and UMG to see their day in court.
Yeah.
I think they will settle, but I also think Drake is asking for $1 or $2 billion. I'm on the side of $2 billion. But Drake is never gonna be on UMG after this. Like
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, bro. Because how do you even move with this? How do you move after this, bro?
I
I think Drake's leverage is this could go to the Supreme Court because this has been malpractice no matter what when it comes to DSPs and how they pay artists out and how they manipulate the exact dollar that they created. Like, if you go to a bank, it's legitimately Wall Street when it comes to Spotify. You are fluctuating what our dollar is worth when it comes to payouts. So Drake's leverage right now is exposing what that could be. Same way Facebook had to end up in front of the Supreme Court. That's his leverage.
And it may end up with the money, with some equity, and with an NDA that says he's not saying anything.
No. Drake. I mean, I don't
if
know.
he walks out with equity,
Drake is never gonna get. He's never getting equity from UMG. I think he put his down and say, "Yo, I'll sue y'all," and I respect it.
Facts. Okay,
he's never gonna get equity. That's never gonna happen.
All right. So my question to you is this, Roy: do you think?
But
if he got equity, then he'd have a vested interest in not exposing anything.
If you guys think Universal,
yeah, I don't think they're gonna give him equity after this. Like that would be fucking insane, right? Like,
y'all know Michael Jackson went through this before.
Yo, you guys don't know enough CFOs and enough CEOs, man. That's how, these guys strong arm each other all the time to get in the positions that they're in.
I mean, sure, but I don't know if it gets brought to the public light at this type of exposure. That's my only thing, right? And so that's my question, right? With everything, like I literally woke up, I seen ABC News covering this shit on YouTube, right? For the broccoli. And so, my thing is this: do you think UMG and the other labels, like, do they band up together on some like airline when this is over with and try to really like make Drake's like music career a little miserable, or do you think someone like a different, major label, like, do you think they'll be willing to take him on as an artist?
Are you asking if another major is willing to take Aubrey Graham on as an artist?
Hey man,
they say where do we sign?
Like, you gotta think about it though, right? If you're Sony or something, right? You gotta be scared, like damn, like
you gotta be scared. Next,
no.
Yo, you guys, you're talking about the number one free agent.
Is under Sony.
Yeah, you got to be scared. Like you gonna make me another $5 billion? Like what?
How much is a stream worth? Because this is confusing.
12 cents. 12 cents.
Y'all know Beyonce
0.005 cents.
Wait,
Beyonce's on
Rory, Beyonce on Sony?
I thought Beyonce was Rock Nation.
Rory,
No, she's under Sony. She's under Columbia.
This is crazy.
That's Sony.
She's been under Columbia her whole life, but I want to correct you guys.
Columbia?
Sony.
No, but there's
I just left Columbia.
There's a difference.
There is a
difference.
There's
Sony,
not a difference.
hold on for a second. There's Orchid.
Peace, man. How you
hold
been?
on for a second. Relax. There is Sony.
Yo, OVO making Sony is still funny to me.
Yo, Rory, fact check.
Hold on for a second.
Drake made Sony music. Yo.
Drake's not even on Sony.
Drake is not on Sony.
Somebody has said that earlier.
Okay, when you guys are ready to have a
All right, we got serious.
I'll mute up.
We got the real Sixer in the building, man.
Hold on, it's a lot of
That's my guy too.
It's a lot of Mike, bro. Join the Discord if you want to get your.
He gonna promote that Discord.
The Warner situation. The Warner situation and OVO was a separate situation. That was for Baca and Majid and all those other guys. And also at the time, Warner was run by the president and CEO was Canadian. So there was a, I don't know, without getting into details, it was like an advantageous situation for them to sign there, because there was a lot of money exchanging, so that's what they did. As far as Drake is concerned, Drake at this particular juncture, he has money. He don't need distribution. He could stand on his own and put out music and go through the streaming platforms. As a matter of fact, if he wants, he could build a tech team and have his own streaming platform and do what he's going to do.
He could call it Tidal.
He could do whatever he wants to do because he's that type of artist. Just like Taylor calls her own shots, Drake calls his own shots, and there's other artists in the world who have that type of capability. So I just wanted to correct you guys on that.
But that
there was some interesting conversation there was some interesting conversation about this lawsuits. Rory, I was hearing some of your takes. What is your feelings on this lawsuit, or quote unquote lawsuit when it's not? It's a petition that he just wants a deposition for these people to go on record and quote unquote incriminate themselves so he could get what he needs to get. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't know how long you've been here, but that was my thoughts. I love everything
Yeah.
he's doing. I don't give a about this take my ball back thing. I don't give a fuck about the battle. I know exactly what Drake is trying to do, and I don't care if anyone's clowning him. I think this is going to be the most important lawsuit that's ever existed in music history. I can't fucking
this
wait
is
for
all
it.
this is the continuation from Michael Jackson and Prince, right?
100%.
But people aren't grasping that concept.
Like,
it's literally
I
a
am
continuation of that
excited.
lawsuit. And Prince
Exactly.
did some things and got us artists' rights now. Michael Jackson did some things and got artists' rights. Just like Sony ATV Publishing. The ATV is Michael Jackson's company.
I'm aware.
He was so vested into that company that they had to merge. They couldn't even pay him. They had to merge. So
and my thing is, I know Drake,
shit, bro.
I know Drake, and this is just my perception from the outside looking in. I have not spoken to the gentleman, but from what I, with my logical brain, have noticed, he does not want to renegotiate. That petition was saying, hey, if we want to go on to trial for real, you guys will have to expose everything that's been going on right now.
So wait, you've heard that he does not want to
pay for it.
No, he's already recouped. He's already recouped. So it should have been a kicker. They should have kicked in the money a long time ago.
So if he's not renegotiating, are you saying he's going independent?
I don't know if Drake's ever gonna put music out again.
Yeah, don't say that. Yo, don't go down that.
That's my only.
I think he's fighting a whole different battle right now. I think he's doing something that is more important than
this is a legacy play. This has nothing to even do with him. And everybody keeps talking about that battle. I already told you guys, like,
it would be a bad time to not put out music anymore, though. Like post battle, like I don't know. I feel like he should put out like a couple more projects if
No, it's not even about not even about he's not gonna put out.
But it would be a bad look. If the battle happens and then you don't put out
nothing's
music.
a bad look. Hold on for a second. What he's doing right now is literally gonna save millions and millions and millions of artists because
for a game that doesn't like him though.
Which game doesn't like him?
Who gives it?
No, but
it's just like, bro. It's just like
getting this stuff.
Bro.
Where are people getting
this
stuff?
Look at the way you're talking about it since he got in the game. It's like you putting yourself on the line for a bunch of niggas.
Bro, because he's Canadian. He's Canadian. He's someone like.
Yo, you guys need to get over the fact that Drake gives a fuck about anybody online. Like,
no, I'm not talking about.
Drake don't give a fuck about anybody.
I'm not talking about online though. But like from when later dropped the old head saying that he couldn't rap because he was a singer, like, and it continued on from that point forward.
And then
like, for the internet, so now he putting his.
I know, but that's part of that is what fueled him and what made him great.
Yo, if you have
through Drake's entire catalog, he on every ex-girlfriend. That's what made him great. Lucian is the next ex-girlfriend. Let's go with the most petty human being we've ever met in fucking lives. Let's go, Drake. Let's expose all of
beyond Lucian.
Rory, you're getting too hype, bro. That's not gonna happen. There's no way, shape.
No, man.
That nigga to take the stand.
Yo, Rory's like, I'll get ball.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't even think it gets to that part.
I said it in my IG video 2 days ago. I was at Spotify when I was at Sony. Spotify emailed us and said we could not buy stock because it was insider trading.
Yeah,
I'm ready to take the stand.
I was bumping baby.
You crazy?
And now right after the training day, give me my OVO chain.
Rory knows it's not even gonna get there, man.
No, nothing.
Rory
nothing to do
knows
with
it's not even gonna get there.
I know. I'm talking shit, man. It's all jokes.
Well, first of all, no, I don't know that. I hope
these guys are gonna settle up. They don't want this, man.
They
do you know how
better
much
not
skeletons these people have in their closet? Do you know how much
billions of dollars
that they owe artists when they really figure out the metadata and even the black box music? The music that's in the black box that people haven't gotten their royalties, the amount of people who passed away, the amount of people who didn't register their songs right, and there's artists out there that probably have $400,000-$500,000 in the black box and don't know about it. Another artist probably has $2-3 million in the black box and doesn't know about that money. And Universal's just claimed that money and has been spending these people's money. Come on, man. They don't want to get into that conversation, man.
So
they're gonna settle.
So here's my thing. If Drake turns down that Billy to settle, instead of this whole shit being blown out of the fucking cannon, he will be the greatest artist that's ever existed.
He'll be the
he
pioneer.
Turns down that Billy and has that like Prince wouldn't roll over in his grave. Prince would come out his fucking grave and anoint him as the greatest human being that's ever existed. And that's why I'm fucking with Drake now, because I really think that he might turn down that.
I can't wait for Dr.
Let's expose it all. Let's expose all this shit.
Nah, he talk about my got hard because a wire just hit. He's not turning down that. He's not turning that
money,
down.
Bro.
He's saying,
Drake
y'all
wants
be
that
easy.
money.
No, it's not even the money that he wants. He's seeking something far greater than the money.
Okay, here's the thing. If he turned down the money, is there
The
more
far greater? Turn over your paperwork.
Is there more money to be made if he turns down this money?
No, bro. No, it's not even the money. It's that Drake can turn this upside down and become a fourth major.
You know what's funny?
They don't even have the money to pay him, so they got to give him half of this company or this company and that company, bro. It gets. I went through the documents with a lawyer, and I'm not even gonna say too much, but Drake is not gonna present a case or even think that he's not gonna have a case that's winnable. From what I'm hearing, this is pretty open and shut, and this is like a lawyer that's on the level of Donald S. Passman, and which is a GOAT, on the level of Clive Davis and Fred Davis.
Anyone could have read the last two petitions, and this
is a pretty open and shut case. Like,
yeah, I know, but that's not our point, and that's also why people are clowning Drake, because it's all right. It's a battle. Why are you doing defamation? It's open and shut. It's defamation. My point in this entire thing, why Drake, is I think he's doing this for a bigger play. We could really go to court, and then we have to open the books on everything.
Yeah.
That's where I think he's
they
trying to.
They don't want to do that, man. Come on.
That defamation, of course, that's open and shut.
You know what's funny?
No, somebody could yell something to me on the street, and I could sue for defamation.
He has damages. He has everything. Everything for defamation is there. It's completely. You're right. It's open, closed.
Yeah. No one was arguing if that's.
But you know what
shut.
the sad fact is? If Drake doesn't follow through, he's probably the only artist that we're ever going to see in the rest of history that has the possibility of going this far. Like, we'll probably never get to a point of where an artist is big enough and has enough backing and support to do what he needs to do here. So that's why if he doesn't, it would be a sad outcome for everything. Which is kind of depressing when you think of it from that perspective.
I'm just saying they're going to push it and push it and push it and push it. And then eventually they're going to say this could be 10 years, 5 years, 7 years. And eventually, I think the settlement is going to be some, like, $1 billion
in the billion,
something like a grand number. But I think it's, when you bring everything together, I think it's going to be much more than that. Because his revenue power, his revenue power
would break my heart.
His revenue power alone, bro. He just got $400 million. You know, in the music game, when they say, "Oh, we gotta watch our budget because we gotta recoup." 99.9% of artists never recoup. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as recouping. If you recoup,
you're on one of a kind.
Taylor, you're on the level of Drake. There's artists that have sold 40 million records and have not recouped their money. They just keep giving them the money and giving them the money. And that's the point. They don't want them to recoup. They just have them drowning. But Drake structured a deal and was smart enough to know that, okay, at one point, people were clowning me because you were signed to a nigga that was signed to a nigga that was signed to another nigga. He had the wherewithal to say, you know what, Monty? You know what, Vivendi? You know what, Seagrams? I need to do this. And he went straight to Universal Republic. And from there, he structured another deal, and they gave him more money and more money. Drake's on his like 6th, 7th deal. He's already out of his like so many deals because he puts out so much music, and he puts out music that actually sells and garners money.
That's why Rory
Like
said
from
it, man. He got
mechanicals,
that Jew
from
in him.
royalties.
Yo,
Like
it's the only way you're gonna get to them. You have to be one of them. That's what we didn't want to.
yeah, but he's not interested in being part of that little circle. And as far as Lucian is concerned, he's just a figurehead. Lucian had to go to the board of directors and ask for them to sign his son and buy his son's catalog, and they wouldn't do it. He had to stroll his ass over to Warner and run Atlantic. So there is a board of directors. It's bigger than Lucian. Just can't make all the decisions. He has to go before a board, and the board has to okay it.
Okay, well, let's not go that far. As much as I don't fuck with Sir Lucian Grange, his son is now running the other third major.
No, 100%.
Two Lucians are running the three majors. Let's calm down about
Universal,
the Granges.
And they turned him down. The board of directors turned him down.
And he made a better play. And
no one's saying that, because at the end of the day, sometimes it's serendipity.
Those Granges is really fucking good at what they do.
No, 100%. But what I'm saying is, Lucian couldn't get his son in the door because he had other board members to answer to. That's all.
His son the only thing his son ever did was Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine is now running the other third major.
Yeah, which is diabolical.
Let's not stop and think that the Granges are. You know, his name is Sir Lucian Grange.
I understand exactly who he is.
There's only been there's no.
He got knighted.
There's only been two other people knighted.
Oh, he got knighted.
If there's an Illuminati, he's part of it.
He probably created one of the founders.
That nigga's king off his son, my nigga, grandson. My nigga.
So now we about to open up Illuminati time.
Again, Mark, I fuck what you saying.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, in my opinion, from the outside looking in, Drake's biggest leverage on earth right now is blowing the top off UMG. If you don't want to meet my number, you then have to go to court. And you have to open your books to all the bullshit that y'all have been doing forever. I don't think Drake is in the game of trying to get equity or trying to get that $1 billion. I think he's at the point right now of saying, yo, fuck this. I will expose everybody. And the only way to do that is maybe trick y'all into this petition and do a temperature check.
He's just trying to make people think themselves in a deposition. Because in a deposition,
and I'm saying, when it comes to a deposition, I'm Drake. You have to open a different type of books if we go to a deposition. So, don't play with me. I don't think he's really trying to renegotiate anymore. I don't think this is really a play. I think his only leverage is, I'm the only artist that can really expose y'all. And I hope to God they go through with it.
I know, but why? Where are people getting that he's mad and took his ball and he's mad at Kendrick? So this is why he's suing. And
well, no, we're not even talking.
Gotta look at his catalog. Listen to his music.
Come on, SB.
Right?
We're not even talking about that.
I think it's the timing of everything.
They said this nigga stopped that red light.
It's the timing. It's the timing, and it's the headline.
I know, but I explained to you guys.
Yeah, but you can't explain it to the public.
I think Drake. The public. Drake is well aware he's not getting any equity in UMG whatsoever.
I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could 100% say that.
I'm saying if them boys lose, and whether it be jury or whether it be the circuit, the circuit courts or whomever, and they say this is 50 billion or this is 100 billion, and they ain't got that check, they got to cut that man some equity, and you'll probably split up that company, make a bunch of smaller ones, and buy up some other companies and make one new major. That is possible.
Do you know how they value? Do you know how they value Universal Music Group? Do you know how they value that against Universal?
Mm-hmm.
That's like peon get.
Yeah,
100%.
They split that up.
Like UMG is nothing.
No, 100%. Yeah. Remember the original family.
They focused on
the
Marvel.
original families from Montreal, Canada, the Seagrams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Seagram's Liquor Company, and they had Warner.
What religion are they?
and they turned around and sold it.
Yo,
Chill.
Elon's gonna
Son,
crash on
I
me.
ain't gonna
Elon's
lie.
like,
I'm
Yo,
about to.
and honestly,
It's
I
all
personally don't
guys,
even know. I don't even know why
It's a
Rory's up
coincidence.
here, because Rory's peers are not liking this right now.
yo, Rory, you know some
Because
people are
Rory's
clipping
out here
down there.
speaking the gospel. I don't think people are liking this one, bro.
Who
I'm
are my
done with
peers? I'm
accepting this shit.
confused.
This clip. You gonna be the whole time.
Within the podcast community, I've heard one or two people not speaking very highly of you and your stance. Let's say that.
Yo, but that's good. That's good
Oh,
publicity for him.
damn it! What am I gonna do if someone speaks unhighly of me? Oh gosh, what am I gonna do?
Have,
Take,
have
take
y'all
him to
have y'all
court.
touched on the 600K that
I
Kendrick
don't give a
Lamar didn't
fuck.
touch in this new album? Or
oh yeah, Rory, how do you feel about that
yeah,
291 prediction? What are your thoughts?
Yo, Rory, what it rise, Clyde? America. Rory absolutely went off here. Now, one thing that we can all agree on, Drake has been comparing himself to Michael Jackson for a long time. But real quick, in 2003, Michael Jackson sued UMG over some unpaid Motown royalties. Michael Jackson, it said that he filed the lawsuit against Motown and its parent company UMG in an attempt to obtain rights to all masters of material he recorded for the label for 1969 to 1976. Now, reports are saying that Drake may potentially be owed over $2 billion from UMG. It's also saying that they're using what they owe Drake, and then they use that to inflate, not like us. Y'all peep the play. Now, America, this situation eclipses all other rap beefs. This situation, Drake and Kendrick, that doesn't even matter no more, honestly. And I'm gonna keep it another bean. Drake, I don't think he was even really ready to go at Kendrick because he was in the middle of renegotiating his contract. Is there a chance that the industry's higher ups negotiated behind the scenes? And if they did, where does Drake, Future, and The Weeknd and all of them fit in with this? At this point, Drake is the industry's ultimate whistleblower. He's been at the pinnacle of rap and hip hop for years. Nobody ever expected this. Did y'all catch when Rory said Drake might not ever put out music again? America, I'm gonna keep it a peanut. Drake don't give a fuck about that rap beef. What this is now is 20 times more bigger than that. And we think he's been on this wave the whole entire time. Rory also says that this could be the biggest lawsuit in music history. Drake is in uncharted territory, America. And listen, we got some crazy stuff coming down the pipeline, because aside from the Michael Jackson connection, this situation is an accumulation of apparently and can seem to be of decades-long industry malpractice. This is the red button. None of it was the music. Family Matters, if you really look at that song, is not a song that's made for streaming like that. It's 7 minutes long. It got 3 different beats in it. The subject matter is going from there to there to there. Family Matters was a response for Drake to the rappers, and also he was throwing in shots there at some of the execs. He made it so that they can't really eat off the beef. The music industry is reassessing itself right now, and it seems like they've been playing around with a lot of money for a long time. And now when the economy is wilding, when the industry is like, wait, we've been putting money behind this, that, we're not making superstars anymore. The music industry looks like it's in debt, and they're trying to use a few of these artists to get back in the green. That's why Drake, in my opinion, made Blue, Green, Red. If you listen to Blue, Green, Red, Drake is really talking about his music. He's talking about the business. Since he blew up and got green, he had to leave some of them on red, leaving them in debt, leaving them in the red. America, when you look at the 100 gigs, and we've been saying this since the 100 gigs came out, Drake, he told us Numbers Untouchable, they got the data wrong. He has all of the numbers that he's been getting, he tracked it, and then when Universal says, hey yo, why you putting the music out there like that? Now we see he's been keeping track the whole entire time. America, this is a shift in the music industry. Rory really went off there. And America, make sure y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, because that was just outstanding. Y'all know it's the Super Tube. Make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all know it's Astro Sticks. Let's get it. Baby. Yeah.